Welcome back, everybody. This is the first bio project for summer. It'll be the planter. You're gonna have some beans and a succulent. Start off, you're gonna take your container and we need to make some holes in the bottom of it. Now that we made the holes, we can grab our paper plate. We'll set this little planter container right up here, and we'll take a couple scoops of dirt. Alright, you can use your palito that we provided to tamp down the dirt, kind of aerate it, make it nice and loose for these beans and your succulent. Next, you'll take your succulent and you just place it right in the middle, just like that. It'll take a few weeks. If you're lucky, it'll take about 5 days to start rooting. And you'll know it's rooting because it'll start shooting tiny little roots out through here. It's kind of cool. You can pluck it off once in a while and see. But after the second or third week, you don't want to do that because it'll start rooting into the soil. Then you can grab your palito and you make a little hole on the side for one bean. Right there, and then close it up. You could do 2 or 3 beans on the edges. Once you're done planting your beans and your succulent, you end up with something looking like this, right? And this will be your container. So when you water this, you'll notice that water's going to drain through. And to prevent a mess from happening, we use this paper plate to catch all this water. And again, we want those holes for drainage. We don't want these to just be floating in water. These little plants, they'll rot. And they also need air in their roots, so this will help aerate the soil. And to further the chances of these growing up to be really big, beautiful plants, we can use a plastic sandwich bag. You can put it over this container and that'll create a greenhouse, right? So a greenhouse traps all the moisture in here and recirculates it. It allows the plant to take in less water, or to use up less water, I guess. So you have to water it less frequently. This also prevents any pests from eating your succulents and your beans. And if you put any bugs in here, it'll protect those too. And speaking of which, you can decorate. You can use rocks. You can look for roly-polies. You can look for any kind of thing, and you could create a whole vivarium out of this, or just keep it a little greenhouse. When you want to re-water your planter, take your finger and stick it in here. If it feels wet in the top, about ½ inch of soil, then don't re-water. Let it dry out and let the water evaporate a little bit longer. And yeah, because you don't want to overwater this. Again, your seeds and your succulent will rot if there's too much water. When you put this in your house, make sure you put it close to your window, put it next to the sun, and you should start seeing these guys grow. It'll be really cool when you see the beans grow, because you'll see the roots coming down, and you can watch the whole process of germination, and then it starts to grow its little leaves and start spreading its roots.